Hi, and welcome to I Am Powered by Love TV. My name is Josh here. We are doing our soulmate readings here. Um, we're actually starting on our water element, so we are going into Cancer first. So welcome all my people, my Cancer people. Um, these are channel Akashic readings for loving relationships, friendships, close relationships, family, things like that. So we channel these down here for you. Energies moving in those sectors of our life. So, welcome. We're going to start with Cancer here. Uh, so, those that are seeking a relationship, there seems to be an internal battle. Because we have formulated in our idea of who we are and what we want to do. And this energy towards this is what is causing or starting this struggle of, do I have the time? Will they allow me to do this work? Will they support me? And I don't know if I can allow myself to open up in that area because I don't want to get this emotional tie and then have it ruin the projections and the things that I'm trying to move forward. So it is kind of like just an internal back and forth of conversation. If you want to or don't want to, want to or don't want to. And so they say you don't have to go looking for love and spend so much energy and time into that. And they say you can allow it to flow, just kind of how like you would flow, and set that intention of I want it, I deserve it, I can have it, just like I am manifesting these other points in my life, because it works one and the same. So when we set this, and this is going to be heavily reflective of this new moon, as this is bringing a lot of energies and insights into our loving relationships. So at this time, it's formulating, maybe just sitting with it for a while of the person that, you want to support and help your growth in your other areas of your life, and finding that common ground between those two so you can get that loving relationship and find someone here. They're saying end of the year and towards January, February, depending on the energy you give towards your intention and your how detailed the intention actually is. There seems to be some family issues at this time. You're dealing with communication, you're dealing with some drama that started at the beginning of the year. Seems some loss in the family for some of you here. And some of it is an emotional loss more so than a physical loss. There were some physical losses, but they're highlighting the emotional loss between arguments and things that have been going on between, say, more mother-daughter. And it's hard because you both have this immense love for each other. There just seems to be an underlying need for more, and you both don't feel you guys ever just kind of like at this time not communicating. That's what they're saying, as much as you used to be. So you feel kind of at a loss, and allowing the heart to open up, and again, going back to the intentions of forgiving yourself for, same as a projection. It was like a pretty heated argument. It's for someone specific. They're saying that this was a and allowing them to you were kind of holding them back, and it was a huge disgruntled, like you didn't want them to do this, and you were being very passive aggressive about it, and so they lashed out, and then you lashed out, and it was this huge heated argument, and ended up having them either move or kind of just disappear for a while and not talk. So they want you to sit and revel and kind of think on that of forgiving yourself for causing that, because it is a heavy emotional burden at this time. We're actually going to start with our Love Heart Tarot deck that we have. So I'll show you guys this here. And those currently in relationships right now, you are trying to find a way to show them that you care, because you feel as they don't have the same towards you. You're not getting the right reciprocation, and so it's like now you have to prove yourself, and you're feeling like you have to prove yourself that you do, so that way they can show it to you, and it's just kind of there's a huge rough. I mean, Mercury is in retrograde, so I can understand the communication at this time is a little choppy, and you're watching yourself slowly fall out of this exciting and loving growth stage. So again, going back to finding where that started, because it seems to have just started in the past few months. You don't want this. You want this to work. You can feel it. So we're gonna go ahead and first one here is pulled is the refusing to see. This goes back to those seeking here. This goes back to unable to see yourself in that state at this time, see yourself in a relationship because of all the other things that are going on in your life. This also ties into those family issues here of enabling to see how you may have been the one to project or cause these things. So this is why they're talking about the forgiveness aspect to ourselves. And challenging times. This is going to be tough for a lot of people, and so I'm not surprised that this card came up, because it is hard to dive into our emotions, especially with this new moon. I'm kind of pulling these things out and shining a light on them here at the end of the year, or excuse me, at the end of the month. And so it is going to be tough to open up and to take responsibility for those actions and those things that you're kind of causing in your life as to why you haven't found the one, or why you are dealing with these family dramas at this time. Take the lead. This goes right back to the focus intention. I love how it's holding up the light, and I just kind of picture it as holding up the heart. When you begin to take the lead on how you want your love to look, and how you want the love reciprocated to you to look, and have a focused, detailed intention on that, which is what this whole few weeks is going to be about. You will then begin to see, observing the changes and the manifestations. I love how the light's coming in, the rainbow coming in the top of her head. And as you can see in all areas, she's observing herself. So this is really taking an introspection to ourselves, and these are the things that you want to do, because right now we're refusing. So as we observe our actions and the things that we do to others, we'll notice parts of ourselves that we need to heal and deal with. We're going to go, because we're talking so heavily about the moon here, and we're going to pull out a little moonology for you as well. These are just kind of steps to take at this time to allow yourself to open your heart communication up, kind of have a mini heart awakening. At this time, it's not going to be full. We're of them actually popped out here, so where we say whatever pops out comes to show us, that's going to be for you guys right away. So it's not necessarily having to burst open and allow all this, because we're still healing. We're still healing our heart, so our heart can't take that too much. And this is specifically for you guys. This is something that we have to look introspectively for, because finding our wounds is never an easy thing to do. And looking back on previous relationships and how they seem to have distorted our idea of having a fluidity of growth, love, compassion, communication. And so finding where we were at fault in those times and allowing ourselves to forgive and learn those lessons so we can learn to love better. That's going to be what this whole time is about. The first part that came here, boom, goes right back to meditate and contemplate, goes right back into our intentions, taking the lead. So these two kind of correlate, and allowing yourself to take hold and really sit with what you deserve, how you see this love coming into your life, and how you see them growing your life. And I love this card as it comes out here a lot. Surrender to the divine. This is big. This isn't necessarily a huge personal surrender as far as it is letting go and allowing them to bring these things into our life as we sit, as we meditate and contemplate. Have that little hint of surrender and allowing them, hey, yeah, I'm going to let these negative energies go, these deep-rooted fears and things that aren't necessarily true. They're just justified by ourselves, causing us not to want having this is the pushing back and forth dialogue that we're having in our head about going after a relationship, about having these relationships and things in our life. And once we begin to do that, a win-win outcome is forecast. So putting in the time, putting in the work, going into meditate and contemplate and observing ourselves at this time, observing how we were in the past with others and how we see ourselves in the future, because right now it's a little difficult and we don't want to do that. So that's why they're bringing this message to you at this time. And so you can start to look and contemplate these things. And once we start, it sounds like the win-win here is going to be a full love for ourselves as well as a full love from another. Thus, having that whole duality. Instead of two halves in a whole, you'll have a whole in a whole, completing a duality and completing a love cycle. So this is definitely going to be a huge time for an interpersonal growth, an observance of how we treated others, and accepting what we have done, and letting go and allowing ourselves to bring in the love and say, all right, I can change this, or I can work on this, and then allowing those to flow through. And it starts by taking the lead. That's why this is here to show. So I do want to appreciate you guys tuning in here, all my Cancer friends. If this does resonate with you, please do subscribe and get those notifications for every time we do this. We will be changing a little bit here, so SOULSCOPEs will be kind of integrated, so we'll have a little different. But be on the lookout here, definitely. And if this does also resonate with you and want a little deeper personal information in your life, check out our YouTube exclusive readings for you guys. So do love here, and I'm always sending you guys love and light. This is Josh, signing out. Hi, and welcome to I Am Powered by Love TV. My name is Josh here, back with our soulmates, soulmate soulscopes. We are doing our water signs. So right now we have our Scorpios. Scorpio, welcome my Scorpio friends. We do these channel here, Akashic Records, for your love and relationships, all those ships, and we also pull tarot cards here. So I have a few decks here, and they kind of call themselves out as we go along. We're gonna go ahead and get started with our Scorpio friends here, because it's what the video's for. But there seems to be some new you've either met this person recently or you're talking to them. There's a few of you here that are kind of like in the beginning stages of a relationship, and they're telling you, take it slow. Don't be jumping like the fish. Don't be jumping right into anything here, because there are some things that we yet haven't dealt with. There's some things that we haven't seemed to heal in ourselves, and that we feel like we don't necessarily deserve this relationship. These thoughts are starting to come into our mind, and so we're kind of like in it, but we're, at that exciting stage where all these things are not necessarily being shown to us, because we're so infatuated with the love, and it's been some time. So that's why they are saying patience, to allow yourself at this time to dive into and understand, okay, I like how this feels. I need to understand, what I need to look at here in past, understand past relationships, and also learn relationships from our parents, because there are some things that have crossed over in the way that we believe we should be loved, and they want you to understand that those aren't the proper ways, and there are things that you should come to an acknowledgement of at this time. So it's definitely going to be a time for kind of contemplation. They're not saying completely get rid of the relationship or just stop talking to them, or just like, okay, I gotta deal with this. It's just like just taking it, patiently and understandingly, and knowing that there's some things that are kind of coming up. And so this is where that doubt of, do I deserve this? Am I worthy of having this loving relationship, this caring relationship? Oh my God, this is so great. I don't want to lose them. Once you have that, you don't want to lose them. And then all of these other thoughts of just kind of overthinking and nitpicking of what you're doing and things like that. So then you start tiptoeing around the relationship, and then it just kind of causes all their problems, because then they don't feel like you're fully committed, and then there's communication issues, especially right now with Mercury retrograde. Not something that you want to be dealing with at this time. So take it slow. Understand that there are some growth that needs to be had. But it is also an exciting time, being in those new relationships. So it is exciting. Now, they do want to highlight family here. Just kind of dropped right in. The family relationships, there seem to be miscommunication. And this is all across the board. This isn't like father-son or mother-daughter. This is like everybody. And you, Scorpio, are trying to not get involved. And in doing so, they are thinking that you do not care, that you don't want to, and not want to be there, want to be present, and they're thinking, all these other things, but in your mind, you're like, I just got all this other stuff going on, I don't feel like I need to get involved in this, blah, 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 and so the understanding where you fit in this, and kind of bringing an insight will actually help. So they don't want you to completely shut yourself out of the equation, because as a family unit, you do work together, and this has been going on, and you continuously just like try to keep yourself out of it at this time. But they're saying this is going to be our consciousness. Actually, these are what's the name of this deck? Conscious Tarot, Spirit, Psychic Tarot deck, I think. Anyways, and so this is time for you to kind of sit with it and understand where you fit, and how, kind of having a wider view, a broader view of what's going on in the dynamic of the issue seems to lie within you. So they want you to dig deep into that, and that seems to be for just a select few. But at this time, it is definitely going to be a lot of questioning and doubt of the loving relationship. This just goes across on the whole board because of what's getting ready to happen with the new moon, the full moon at the end of the month, and Mercury retrograde kind of shining all these things out of us. It's really showing how you guys have an overthinking, have a self-doubt issue, have a confidence in that you deserve and that you're worthy of this. So it's a lot of lower areas. Now the heart is open. You guys are ready and willing to get it and accept this love, and you just don't know how or why you can't seem to grasp or keep it at this time. So this is where they're going. Okay. Starting with memories of love. This is allowing yourself to let go. I love this. Holding the candle, holding that space for that person that seems to be the lesson that we have to learn at this time, these past relationships, these past loves, and allowing us to release but hold love at the same time and forgive ourselves. Love this card. And then this goes right along with our heart chakra here. Knowing that we are open and knowing that this healing and allowing it to heal our lower of our self-worth, doubt, and that we deserve it, will begin to show and emanate, and you'll be able to love how you want to be loved and feel that reciprocation come right back. Now this goes here, financial and material changes. I love that it's got all four elements in here and it's kind of got our hand in place because we want to grasp on all of it, and we want to make sure this is all secure and solid. So it's not necessarily talking about strict financial changes, but it's talking about our abundance of loving and caring relationships at this time. That's why we have these kind of all go together. So this one is not about money. That's why that came out together. It's because I just want to talk about the abundance changes in love in your life that is going to occur once we begin to see these points of ourselves. Also goes back to those new and exciting relationships. Now we are going to talk about here our Love Heart Tarot deck, just because it is on topic. These guys are coming out as well. Communicating to ourselves of the love that we deserve, and formulating a solid intention on that. So, boom. The belief that we can attain it, that we deserve it, and knowing that it's out there and allowing this ourselves to let go so that way we can open up to it, which goes right back to these two that we were talking about. That's why they showed up. And then the confront. This speaks to, obviously the confrontation of ourselves in that we haven't dealt with a few of these previous relationship lessons that we were supposed to learn, as well as confronting for that specific person here about that family issue. Don't continue to run away. If you continue to run away, it's only going to grow. The karma is going to grow, and it's going to sit in your mind, and you're going to feel like, man, I could have done something, and I just need to step in there. And you need to, because you are one that is a mediator. You keep flow in things. You've done this when you were little, and you don't want to take responsibility anymore because you don't feel like you should, but you need to intervene, and this is the time to confront, not only for those who are fearing a loving relationship because you don't feel like you deserve it, but also confronting those family issues that are kind of going on in our lives right now. And you guys are just all about this success and growth, and this is all coming at the same time, just our heart and opening up and allowing the love to seep through. When we open up our heart and allow this love of this card, success and growth, seems to stem and just kind of grow and grow and grow. And I love that it's got, little hearts. They look like little hearts on the trees. Having that abundance of love, it's what you deserve. You gotta believe it. So you confront. That's what the believing that you do have it and deserve it. So it all comes down to an intention of belief and finding out where that disbelief had stemmed from, because it seems to be in, like I said, family, learned, and past relationships. So I do want to thank you guys here for tuning in here, my Scorpio friends. I do want to send you guys some love and light. It seems like you guys are kind of going in some right directions. Just kind of be patient and focus on healing these areas where they may kind of conflict with our love. It doesn't seem like anything drastic, but it's just kind of some minor things that are causing us to stop this manifestation coming into our lives. So sending you guys love and light, and if this doesn't resonate with you here, be sure to subscribe and check that bell here so you get notifications so you can see when we do post these. And down below, if you want to get a little deeper reading for personal reading for yourself, we offer it for our YouTube subscribers here with our YouTube exclusive reading. A nice little discounted reading there for you as well. So again, I'm Josh, sending you love and light. I'm signing out. Hi, welcome to I'm Powered by Love TV. My name is Josh here with our soulmates readings. So these are channeled from the Akashic about your love, relationships, all those ships here that we have going on, the energies, and what's beginning to kind of unravel them. So we have our water elements here. We're dealing with Pisces. So welcome all my Pisces friends, all you beautiful people out there, beautiful humans and brothers and sisters and all y'all here. I want to thank you guys for coming in and thank you guys for spending time with us here at I Am Powered by Love. And we're going to actually go ahead and jump right in. So as I was sitting here, kind of channeling for you guys on what is needed, kind of sat and I just felt a huge opening in my heart. As you guys are doing the same at this time. And it seems to be there's just like an influx of wanting and searching and allowing love to enter. And some of you will see that come here towards the end of the year. Now the focus and intention to hold that in that expansion of your heart that you're having at this time will allow it to even come faster. These people and these synchronicities will come into your life and allow you to hold this loving and just feel very light right now and moving into and allowing yourself. It's a big thing with you guys. It's just allowing yourself to love and be loved. It's been hard. Because sometimes we fall into ourselves, and this is a self-conflict. We fall into ourselves of not necessarily loving how we are at this time, and so this goes for both in relationship and non-relationship, because it's you fall into this slip of I don't know how I like myself right now, and maybe I could have done that, and so we start to blame ourselves for certain issues and certain communication issues between us and a partner, and maybe those that we met wanted to have a relationship with, but we kind of conflicted. So it's just a little self-conflict that needs to be resolved. It's nothing like a deep-rooted fear or belief or something of abandonment or anything like that. It's just something that you guys seem to kind of jump back to. So it's definitely something that was from the past. It seems just like a little ego coming in. It doesn't allow you. You just kind of slip right back into this. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, or and it's not necessarily you. You got to remember here, not all the time, the things that happen to you are energies that are yours. Some of these seem to be played from, you know, being guilted into something, and then we result and take it on as ours. Like, man, that was my fault, or I did that. Dang. And communication at this time is definitely, obviously, not the easiest, and it causes a little conflict with those who are currently in. And, it seems there's that little conflict because of this self-sabotage. So know that you deserve this love and this light, and this caring and growth relationship, and continue to understand that this is what I deserve. I deserve to be loved like this. And we're gonna go. Actually, sorry, I just kind of held it up. This is gonna be for our. We're gonna pull from our heart tarot here, because this deck just seems to be calling through all of this. So allowing yourself to hold that focus and intention of how you should be loved. And understanding that the voice and battle you have going on in your head, this self-conflict, self-sabotage, all it's doing is you're because of this energy you guys are emanating right now, this wanting and intentionally seeking. It's just when you get to it, or when you're in it and you want to seek more growth, it's giving you like this pull. You're getting like 5 steps forward, and then you feel like 2 steps back, and then you're getting another 6 to 7 steps forward, and then you're going another step or 2 back. So like I said, it's just very minuscule, and it's kind of just this little tug each time, and they want you to identify and acknowledge that is something that you do not believe to be true, because you know you deserve it. You're aware of that. But these little conflicts here are our inner dialogue. And so you may see this coming into the relationship as far as them kind of pulling back or distancing, or saying, hey, do you still feel the same way? Can we work this out? Because it feels like something's going on with you. And so there's these little things that keep stemming up, and they're noticing that, they're recognizing it. And so you got to acknowledge that this is not my energy. This is something that's still holding on to me from a past belief of lost relationships. You don't want to lose it again. And so this that's what I was saying at the beginning, awaiting results. And I love how the apple, is that an apple? Yeah, the apple's right at the heart center. And that's what you guys are waiting for. You guys are intentionally trying to get this love and this caring. So just kind of comes right out here, and then boom, heart chakra right after it. You're allowing this love, and you're allowing this expansion and opening up. So you guys are just kind of waiting. So this is a patience game. This is a resolve the self-conflict that we have going on, and moving forward and allowing it to flourish at this time. And these two go together as well. I'm going to hold these guys up for a second so you can keep seeing them. Heart and the awaiting results. First one here, control. This goes right. I love how it's right in the head, right here in the third eye. Just understanding and breaking down that ego conflict that we keep having. That just keeps bringing up past memories and things, and allowing you to emotionally feel them, so that way it causes these thoughts and these back and forth conflicts that we have going on. So when we start to create a balance with ourselves, a balance with the one that we love in that communication, then we'll allow these results to happen, just like they stated here, that we're going and searching for. So that internal conflict balance of acknowledging what it is, who it is, and this is what we're looking for here, a duality. Nice, loving, caring. I love this card. It's actually a really nice card. So focusing on that intention and wanting this, as you guys are together in one, is what you've been putting a lot of energy towards. So it's a time to be patient. It's a time to resolve these back and forth conflicting dialogues that make us have these emotions of I can't obtain, and of energies that are not necessarily yours. So understanding that this is something that has nothing to do with me, that this bringing up this random guilt and this regret and things that you feel like you are justifying, or not justifying, you are believing that you did it because they're telling you. And you're looking back like, wait, I don't, what are you talking about like that? I guess so, maybe, yeah, I guess I'm sorry, and you just want to have this openness, and so you're just like accepting it as yours. So this is going to be definitely a time for finding those and battling that portion, and gaining control back into yourselves. So I do want to thank you guys here. That actually wraps it up here. These 4 cards, I'll hold them up for you guys again, because these 4 pretty much summed up the entire thing. So awaiting those results, allowing the heart, continuing that opening and understanding. And when you continue bringing that love back into yourself as well, it will help you gain control and balance. One of these cards for you guys. Well, I want to thank my Pisces friends for coming in. Thank you guys for tuning in to our soulmates here. Expect some changes in the future, but do subscribe if this does resonate with you here. Got a little bell here so you get notified every time we do put one of these out here, so you can keep up on it as well. And also, down below, we have a little YouTube exclusive for you guys. Nice little discounted personalized reading. Sorry, these guys are really good for you guys. Little personalized reading for you down there. Be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out our website and everything else that we're about here and that we do here at I Am Powered by Love. Follow us on social media, as we always love to connect and heal and bring, just kind of hang out. That's what we love to do. So, this is Josh. Sending you guys all some love and light. I'm signing out.